Hey y'all, welcome to the porch. I was trying to figure out where to look again.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, I can't get that right.
Well, look for the green dot.
Well, on this device, it's the green dot, but we got so many devices around here.
Actually, that green dot lets you know that the camera's on, but it also helps to know where the camera actually is.
Am I gonna be able to get in here with all that here?
Don't be hate.
Hey y'all, welcome to the porch. I had a fuss for a little while. I'm back now. I'm in here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in here. Mm-hmm. Somebody got the hair today. I got my real hair today. I found out that my real hair looked just like my other hair. My good hair. You want to see my good hair? This is my good hair. I usually have this on when I don't look quite right underneath. And I done washed it or something like that and ain't dry yet. I'll pull it up and put this on. And this is what y'all been seeing. But hunty, I got up yesterday and pulled my hair back for emergency and found out, bam, I got my own big old puff. Didn't even know it. So I'm going to put, Ashley named her here. I'm going to have to name mine. I'm going to put Clorinda in the closet.
Clorinda?
I'm going to put Clorinda in the closet for a little while and get her a little rest. Because she kind of coming apart in some areas. I'm going to give her a little rest. Yeah, since my real hair working out for me. So I'm going to throw her back there. She going to hit the floor. All right, so we here again talking about difficult people. Now, last week, we asked the question, are difficult people necessary? And based on our discussion, we found out, yes, they are. They are necessary. So this week, we're going to get on into the types of difficult people. But, difficult people being necessary is depending on situation. Sometimes they're in your life, they're necessary for your growth. Sometimes they're in your life because God is trying to get your attention still for your growth. And you somewhere you shouldn't be, and you dealing with difficult people and you're not even supposed to be dealing with them because God trying to get you to cut some things off. So they still have their purpose.
I wonder if that's what happened during my Burger King season.
Girl, you and that Burger King.
Because, child, that's a story for another time. The long story short, it was a testing time. It was very testing time. I had bad anxiety going into that job. I literally cried for a solid 30 minutes before I even walked in the door because I did not want to be there.
And because she was going through all this, we told her quit the job. She wouldn't quit. She kept going back
because it was literally the very first job. Well, W-2 job, because I had some background work before, but still, it was the first W-2 job, consistent paying job that I ever had. And I moved to New Orleans for the purpose of getting a job so I can save up for acting school. So I thought that, okay, the Lord has blessed me with this job. I should deal with it, stuff like that. Like, there are people that have gone through the ringer and stuff before. So I thought that maybe I was one of them, like I should, just suck it up and deal with it, especially since I didn't have any other ways out. Like, I didn't have any other jobs on the side that I could, leave. Like, I needed the income.
Yeah, I got it. I got you. You felt you needed because you independent like your mama. So you felt like, okay, I need to do this. I'm grown now. I need to do this. So I get it. And look, the Lord using it for ministry because you were able to use that as an example. See, difficult people in your past and all that stuff that happened, he ended up using it for the good. All things work together for the good. All that hell you went through, now you able to help somebody. That's how you do it. So this week, we talking about the different types of difficult people. Now, I'm a teacher. Been a teacher for over 25 years. We do not believe in reinventing the wheel. If we can we pass down the information, well, this is how I do it in my classroom, and this is how I do it. We'll use it. If it works for our students, we take it and we go. If it doesn't, we say, well, no, that didn't work. I'm going to have to find another way. So I found a book I bought years ago when I was working on trying to be more loving like Jesus, trying to love people like Jesus loved. So I had this book by Les Perot, and I went in there and I dug and dug and dug down in my canisters. Because, teachers tend to be packed rats. We don't throw nothing away. Because you just never know when it's going to come back around and you're going to need it. So I found my book. Now, he called it High Maintenance Relationships. It was good. But I called it Difficult People because I found out, shocking to myself, that I needed to work on me. Ain't that something?
That is something.
I know it was a surprise to me too.
Not you.
That's what I said.
You're an angel.
Just a sweet. And so I bought this book, and Les talks about 15 different kinds of people. So we're gonna just do. Well, I have 3 of them down. So if we get through them today, and then we'll do 3 until we finish them all up, because you might have some of these people in your life. You know what? You might even be one of these people. We're going to find out. So we're going to address them. And the first one we're going to talk about is the critic. The critic, I took some little notes because I'm going to sit here and read all that through that book. The critic constantly complains and gives unwanted advice. Do you know anybody like that? I do. The critic constantly complains and gives unwanted advice. That's what a critic is. Now, I'm going to go to page 16 and
read the question?
See if do you know one? Page 16.
Okay.
Now, if you know one, put yes in the chat. Wait, any of these questions she get across, if you know somebody like that, put yes in it. If you don't, just don't respond. So go ahead. There are, he don't have a number. Okay, we're going to read through some more. We're going to read through them.
This person is sometimes an arrogant know-it-all.
Yes or no? You know somebody like that? Next.
If there is a flaw to be found, this person will definitely find it.
Do you know somebody? I do. Go ahead.
This person has no problem telling people what, when, and how to do just about anything.
Yes or no? Do you know somebody like that? Go ahead. What's next?
This person is bossy.
The critic. Next.
This person is often in the teaching mode. If I have something on my face or clothes, this person will not be the most tactful in helping me remove it.
Wow. And some people might have critic tendencies, but that doesn't mean they're a critic. But now, if they fit more than one of these, you probably got a critic on your hand. Go ahead.
In choosing 5 terms to describe this person, critical will be among them.
Okay.
This person seems to carry most of the power in our relationship.
I hope you're in a relationship. Oh, if you're in a relationship with a critic, oh my God, you're only gonna get so far in life, because every time you get a little bit of hope and get a little fire burning so you can do things, they're gonna put water on that fire, because they're gonna find a way.
Mama Rosa said yes to pretty much all of them.
Oh, Mama Rosa, you know some critics, baby.
Even when I think things are going smoothly, this person will find a problem. I often feel defensive around this person. This person's endless complaining is exhausting.
Oh, yeah. They will drain you. They will absolutely drain you. You are exhausted by the end of the day, and you don't even know why, because you've been fighting and wrestling in the spirit and mentally and emotionally against that critical spirit. Was that all of them?
No. Being around this person is often like being on trial. Sometimes I feel as if I am with my 3rd grade teacher when I am with this person. My 3rd grade teacher wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I don't remember
And you were a third grade teacher.
I was, and I was sweet. I wasn't like that. Mm-mm. Put the fire on, put no water on my churn fire. I say, okay, baby.
I can count on this person complaining or pointing out a flaw about something nearly every day.
Have mercy. Yes. You got a critic on your hands, Mama Rosa. About to say Mama T, Mama Rosa. So then I went through and I pulled out the portion that he said. How can you understand? This is how you can understand a critic or be understanding about them if you have not been. And I'm not talking about you, Mama Rosa. I know you're a praying woman, so I know you're okay. This is for those that will be watching the replay and you have a critic in your life. You might even be connected. You might even be married to a critic. But this is how you can understand a critic. One of the ways he talks about understanding them is to know that critics often believe their criticism is helpful. They really believe that oftentimes. And another point, there were 4 of them in this one, understand a critic. Critics are often motivated by a simple desire to solve problems. They really think they're solving a problem when they point out all your little wrongs or find something wrong with every single thing. They feel like they're solving a problem. Oh, they need deliverance. 3, many find it is their duty to find something wrong. That's their mindset. They don't see anything wrong with it. They think it's their duty to point out wrongs. They really do. I had one that the critic I knew that I was connected to actually said that. Actually said
what?
Actually said that
it's their duty to find something wrong.
Yeah. The way they said it was, well, if you're gonna say this, then I feel like, I need to say it the other way, because they were helping me to see both sides of it. They didn't see it as you putting water on my fire. This is my hope. This is what I say. I'm speaking those things of what I want to do and what I want to get done and what I feel like the Lord is telling me. And they're coming up with the negative part of it because they think they're helping me to see both sides. Instead of being encouraging and, pouring into my life, they giving me all that negative stuff. And the last one, to understanding a critic, he said, many see their criticism as letting it all hang out. They feel like they're not going to hold anything in. They're just going to let it all hang out. So those were the criteria for understanding a critic. If you can grab any, if you're connected with a critic or you're in a relationship with one, if you can embrace how they think, that may help you to kind of deal with the situation. Because the word says, in all thy getting, get an understanding. And when you understand what you're dealing with, it becomes empowering to you, because then you have a different mindset about it. A different mindset as to how to walk in that thing and how to endure it and then eventually overcome it. All right. So that was the critic. The next one is the martyr. The martyr. This was another kind of difficult person. The martyr, forever the victim and racked with self-pity. That's what the martyr is. They racked with self-pity. Go to page 31. That tells us how to know them. They're forever the victim and they're racked with self-pity. Let's see if you got a martyr in your life.
Okay. If life has a plan, this person feels as if he or she isn't in on it. This person feels defeated before even entering the competition. This person wallows in self-pity. Whenever advice is offered, this person has a reason why it won't work.
If advice is offered, they got a reason why the advice won't work. Do you have a martyr in your life? Woo! Keep going.
It is as if this person has raised a white flag to surrender to life. People will characterize this person as worrisome. This person feels as if he or she has been cursed. This person is often not rational about problem solving. This person doesn't see his or her life situation in realistic terms. This person's general attitude is poor me.
Poor me. You know what's exhausting about, and then I'm gonna let you, how many more you got on that?
I think 5.
5 more. Okay, we're gonna read the rest of the 5. You know what's exhausting about a martyr is no matter how, and Mama Rosa is very encouraging. She's very encouraging. But what will actually zap her energy and her spirit, not her spirit, but her energy, trying to be long-suffering and laboring with a martyr, is that no matter what encouraging words she gives, that martyr is going to have that poor me mentality. Poor me, no, and they're going to come back again and again and again, and she's going to find herself constantly trying to encourage this person. And within 1 hour, she might leave out there here, and Mama Rosa be together. Mama Rosa here might be sticking all up of her shirt on. She going to look like she done been through 3 fights by the time she leave that martyr, because no matter what she say, is not going to be enough to bring them out of that mindset that they're in. Go ahead and read the rest of the 5.
This person appears utterly helpless. This person is racked with self-blame, which spills onto others. This person can often be heard saying, if only.
Yeah.
This person is doing nearly nothing to find solutions for his or her problems. And this person feels as if everyone else has it better than he or she does.
And yeah, that if only, you got to be careful about that if only, because that could lead into, if I could talk to the person that the martyr that's always using that if only, because you have to be careful that you're getting into idolatry, because if you say if only I could be happy, if only, and whatever you put after that if only, that's your idol. Because I'm happy if I'm happy with God. I'm happy with, if only I had Jesus, I'll be fine. I'm happy with Jesus alone. I'm happy with God alone. What that singer say? Long as I got King Jesus, long as I got King Jesus, long as I got, I don't need nobody else. Hey, as long as I got King Jesus, I'm gonna be okay. When life get rough, somebody treat me wrong, somebody treat me bad, which is wrong. Things don't go the way I thought they would. I got a little punch in the stomach because I didn't see that coming. Yeah, it might throw me off a little bit, because see, when boxers get in there and they get the boxing for life and for as a profession, they don't get all the hits in. The one that win don't get all the hits in. Every now and then, you get a little bust upside his head too. So life gonna come at you on some kind of way. But when you know who to turn to, and you know who to bring that burden to, and you come and you lay it at his feet, and you know how to get into the presence of God and allow God to minister to you, then you're going to overcome that thing. And then that thing becomes a testimony to you to tell somebody else how to come out of theirs when life knocks them on upside the head a couple of times, and you say, oh, child, been there, done that. Let me tell you, when I was going through mine, and then this is what Jesus did, and this is how I went to Jesus, this is what I allowed Jesus to do, you are actually giving God the glory. And so that thing becomes, your story becomes empowering, just like Ashley going through all that stuff with Burger King. And now she's able to tell somebody how to endure and how to trust God to bring you out of that thing, because God brought her out of that and put her in Harold's, making more money than me. She was making more money than me, making way more money than she was making at Burger King, and did an excellent job in that season to be able to save up her money to come and do what she needed to do. It was a setup, because God wanted her back in Georgia for something totally different. But she still got that testimony to be able to help somebody else out of theirs. So
I didn't think I'd be that good at being a table games dealer.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. I know, I wouldn't have seen that. You really surprised me. I was very proud of you.
I think it could also lead into coveting, maybe.
Yes. If
only.
That's another one. If only could lead into coveting. So it could lead into idolatry, and it could lead into coveting. So you have to be careful. If you're one of the ones, and those of you that are going to come on and look at the replay, if you're one of the ones that you feel like life would be better in this area, if only, you got to be careful what you put in that blank. Got to be careful about that. So when to put that out there. Our next
understanding them.
Oh, this is how you understand a martyr. This is how you understand them. There's 3 ways. If you can embrace it, you'll be fine. Well, I don't know if you'll be fine, but hopefully it'll help you. Understanding them. They understand that they feel diminished by whatever they accept from others. Whatever they accept from others, they feel like it diminished them. It lessens them in some kind of way. I don't get that, because they always the victim, but when you try to help them, they feel like it lessens them. It makes them less of a person. Child of martyrs, tell you. Pray for them. Pray for them.
Maybe it's a weird form of pride.
It is.
Or like a non-typical form.
Yeah, gotta be. Because that's the only category I can put it in. Yeah. Number 2, understanding them. Know that they fear losing control. That's why they don't want you to help them, because they feel like they're giving up their control to whatever it is they're going to receive from you. So they don't want to, because it's a sense of control for them to protect that space, that martyred space that they're in. It's odd. It's really odd. But they fear losing control. And because if they try it, it might actually work. Last thing, the third thing for understanding them is they battle with the fear of rejection. They battle with that, because you tell them, well, be bold, be confident, God will be with you. Go and do this, do this. And the fear of failure is the same as the fear of rejection for them. They fear that they're going to be rejected. Oh, it's probably not going to work. I ain't going to do that. They'll talk themselves out of it before they even try. So that's why most times, if not 99.9%, you give them that advice and you give them that empowerment to be able to go and make a difference in their life, to open up doors for themselves. They talk themselves out of, they don't receive it. And then they back and they still complaining about what they've complained about because they haven't done anything. And so you like, okay, just like God with us sometimes. You don't hear him answer. He ain't answering me. And when is this gonna happen? When is it gonna happen? You ain't done the first thing he told you. So why you gonna keep telling you stuff and you ain't doing nothing about it? So he's just like, okay, when you really ready, I'll be here for you. I'm gonna make sure you don't fail. But the martyrs, they talk themselves out of it before they even get there, because that's where they can control their lives, not realizing their life is already out of control, because you're not allowing anything to happen, because you're not stepping out and trusting God with anything. Yeah. So, okay. So our last one, what time we got?
We got 7 minutes.
Oh! Okay. The wet blanket was the next one. Should we go into this, or?
I think we can squeeze it in.
I think we can do it. I think we can do it. All right. The wet blanket is pessimistic and automatically negative. The wet blanket almost sound like the critic. So page 46, let us know, do you know one? Pessimistic. Let me tell you what that is in case you don't know. Go ahead.
All right. If good news is coming, I can count on this person to discount it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Characterizes this person. This person is automatically negative about most things. This person often has an attitude of, why try? When I feel excited about something, this person can deflate me in a minute. Other people tend to be more negative when this person is near. This person expects the worst.
You know why other people tend to be negative? Because emotions are contagious. Emotions are contagious. You ever notice that you can be sad and you can be sad and walk in the room with Mama Rosa, and by the time she put that smile on your hey baby, and next thing you know, you smiling, you grinning, you don't even know why. Because emotions are contagious. So when you go in a room with a negative person, you're gonna end up, it's gonna pull that same emotion out of you. Go ahead.
This person expects the worst. If there is a fault to find, this person will spot it. This person is much more of a pessimist than an optimist. Okay, pessimistic is tending to see the worst aspect of things or believe that the worst will happen. That's what a pessimistic person is. Glass half empty type of person. Exactly. This person seems to enjoy shooting down another person's idea or proposal.
Like crab in a barrel. Don't let nobody get up.
You're gonna have to explain that analogy to me later.
Okay. You got no crabs to know that.
I just eat them. This person commonly says things like, "It can't happen, it's not possible, and there's no way."
Like that Murphy's Law. What can go bad will go bad. That's a pessimist that came up with that law. They don't know. They need Jesus.
This person carries with him or her an air of sadness or angst. This person turns down good ideas. This person shows little sign of personal growth. And when I am around this person, I tend to be more negative myself.
Wow. So that's the wet blanket. Wet blanket. Put the fire out of any kind of burning going on in your hope. Okay, so understanding them, we're going to go through these and then we'll stop after this 3. Understanding them, know that some people are pessimism. Some people use pessimism as a defense. That might be a defense for their fear. That's why they do that. Wet blankets believe that they are pitted against forces beyond their control. They think they can, or they think that something is what could go bad will go bad. That's where their mindset is. They're pitted against forces beyond their control. Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna work for me. I can't help it. Don't nothing go right for me. The third one, negativism, is a learned response. They don't even realize they learned this. You can't be around a wet blanket too long because, and I hate for them to get a hold of a young person and that's under their leadership and their rule, because that person, they're gonna pass that on to the next generation because it's a learned behavior. I've seen it happen. It's a learned behavior. The 4, consider at the core of a wet blanket is the basic struggle of low self-esteem. All that's going on because they don't have any kind of confidence in themselves. It's low self-esteem. In no other way. That's what it says. I was gonna be ready to say like something. That's what the word said, but I didn't see that in the word. But at the core of their struggle is really low self-esteem. That's why they don't feel like anything good can happen for them. They don't believe in themselves. They don't really have any kind of confidence in themselves. So it take a lot of work to build that up and deliver them out of that. It's exhausting, but it's possible.
I guess to that, I would say to them not having any sort of belief or confidence in themselves, to that I would say what God told me about a year or 2 ago. I'm not asking you to trust them. I'm not even asking you to trust yourself. I'm asking you to trust me.
That's powerful. That's powerful.
And that was in a season where I didn't trust my discernment. I didn't trust my judgment. I didn't trust nothing. Because when I thought something was right, it turned out to be entirely wrong. I missed everything or ignored it, one of them. But it was bad. And I didn't trust myself anymore. I didn't trust my decision making. I was pretty much fed up to the point where I became a hermit myself. It was like, no, I'm done because I can't. But then he ever so lovingly said, I can't even remember when he said it to me. I just remember him laying it heavy upon my heart. I'm not asking you to trust them, and I'm not even asking you to trust yourself. I'm asking you to trust me.
So you see what he did? You see what he did? You got to the point where you didn't trust your decisions. That's exactly where he wanted to get you. He may have messed those plans up on purpose because he was taking your trust off of man and off of you. He was teaching you how to trust him. So those things going wrong could have been his design. You know how we see that angel on that girl? Mm-hmm. He could have said, go mess that up. Because if that go well for her, she gonna start trusting herself. I need her to trust me. See what I'm saying?
So what you're saying is It was a setup.
It was a setup. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Keep doing this to me.
It was a setup. That's exactly what he wanted her to do. I'm through with this. I'm through with this. Really? Now I can get you to trust me.
I was about to sound just like my mother. It was like, he could have just told me that in the first place.
Girl,
but it's like, girl, no, because we is stubborn. Yeah. Both words. Stubborn. Okay.
Yep. You can't tell me stuff. Either I'm gonna mess with it or I'm gonna run out ahead of him. But every time he take me through those squeezing lessons, and I was like, you ain't just tell me. I can't work with you like that because you gonna mess with stuff. Yeah. So I know we at our time now.
Yeah, we're almost a minute over.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. And make sure you hit subscribe and follow.
Yes.
And we'll be back next week. Now, next week gonna be a little different. It's Ashley's actual birthday date, and we're gonna have a birthday party. So we're not coming at 5:30. What time we coming?
I think we're gonna do 2:30 or 3.
Okay, 2:30 or 3. You'll get the alert. We're gonna set it up. We're gonna play games. We're gonna have name that tune. We're gonna have Bible trivia. We just gonna have fun and allow Ashley to share her birthday with you. So when you get the alert, please make plans to be there. We only gonna be 30 minutes, but we're gonna just honor her like that and celebrate her birthday with you during the pandemic. Yeah, it's gonna be our virtual birthday party.
Yeah, all right. Virtual birthday bash.
So we're gonna go and we'll see y'all next week. And you be good. Be good in the Lord.
Awesome teaching. Thank you, Mama Rosa.
Thank you, Mama Rosa.
All right, y'all. Bye.